Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing on first down, Stein. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Back to the air on second down. Stein, he's going to look deep down the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for,
but instead, third down.
Incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stein. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Frank Clark.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Ship.
Now Sanders. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
third down. Stein, he's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
The kick is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. To throw again. Stein. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Operating from the gun. Stein. He's going deep for Brown. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
55,
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Stein. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stein. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready? Check 52.
They run with Logan. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Burrow. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 14. Titans nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Check 3.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check.
To the air again, Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
35-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stein. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stein airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Check 9, check 9. Trap 60, trap 60. 55 is my guy, 55.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
To throw on 2nd down. Stein. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Titans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Stein. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On 2nd down, it's Logan, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it, you Silver, 19 right. 55, 55. Let him know.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 22-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Play action. It's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 24, Titans 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Tennessee.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check, check. First down.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. From the gun, Stein. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
For the field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Rodgers on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
speed up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This is Logan. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
38-yard line.
2nd and 12.
Operating from the gun. Stein looking here for Smith downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
55. Check 55. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check right, check Hawk 7.
On second down now, it's Logan. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the curl. 55.
Burrow on play action. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Makes it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Morgan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stein, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
A quick toss out right, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
They will go on 4th down with Morgan.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Burrow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on second down. Morgan over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
But it brings up third down.
Now Morgan from the gun on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Morgan as he'll try and throw for it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That's going to be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. No check.
On second down, here's Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the deep ball. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.